Hi, I'm Jayde Alexis. I'm 17 years old from a small town in Ontario in Canada, and I'm an aspiring artist. Uncensored, Unvarnished is basically a window into my soul, to use an old cliche. I don't like holding back in music. I feel like music is a place where you can say pretty much anything and get away with it. It's funny because you'll say something to someone and they'll take offense to it, but someone could say the same thing in a song and it could be their favorite tune. The beauty of music is that it's subjective to the listener. What I write to you may be something totally different than what I had in mind when I write it. And a few years down the road, or even a few months down the road, I might look back at the same song and see it in a totally different light.
There's a calm before the storm, and after the war, when chaos picks up, we beg for more.
The song Mesh started everything for me. I've been writing for 7 years, just poems and short stories and things, and music here and there, but I never really thought much of it.
Torture and freedom are one and the same. Jigsaw and medicine used fear as a game.
But Mesh was the first thing that I took really seriously. I entered it in a competition and won, and was given critiques and inspiring words.
They bury their children or their shattered remains. Words of love are so
I named it Mesh because it was a haze. There was a big black curtain over me and I could still see through. It was just a big explosion of emotions that I didn't even understand when I wrote it.
In the worst of all times, the clock can't stay still, and the demons don't fly against their own will. Someone outside by the tick of the hour, time cannot stop.
And even now, it's still just barely coming into light for me, and I think that's what's beautiful about the song.
Sun will still rise, the blood will still set. Suicide in bad times is a heinous regret.
It's so cryptic. You can really make it apply to anyone's life. Was the first song that I had listed on the track. It's one of my more fun songs to sing. It's got a really sassy tone to it. I hate that word.
How many steps did you take today? And where are you now?
There's an underlying bitterness into it.
Don't try to kiss these lips, 'cause boy, you know I'm Elvis tonight. Don't dare to ask about my day.
It sets the attitude of it. It's really getting to the point where you just don't give a damn anymore.
Negligence in my skin. If you asked me what I had to show with I'd say nothing.
Purge was definitely one of my word vomit songs. It's not the most artistically written, but it's a true raw song, and that's what I love about it.
My best friend hates my guts, and I guess that I must have been. I don't wanna sing today. They may be fooled, they may be ignorant, but you had a chance and you downright blew it.
Deadbeat is a very personal, emotional song for me. It's very enraged but vulnerable at the same time.
Everyone thinks that I am the bad guy. Everyone thinks that you're on the good side. Titanium wheels and heartbreak won't save.
My father was a very abusive man, mentally abusive. I went to see him in the hospital the night that I wrote that song because my family had been pestering me for 4 days prior to my visitation.
People that lie about death that they fake.
He hadn't seen me in like 5 years. He didn't recognize me. I thought I made a difference to him. And then I felt kind of guilty about having written the song, but it turns out people don't change.
When your heart stops, it'll be just like you. A deadbeat dad to a system that fails you. The soul inside will burn out if there is one.
He's gone now. And I wish I was more sad. I wish I had a relationship with him so that I could actually feel sad that he's dead. But to be honest, he died to me years and years ago.
And all the defenders and all of the sheep surrounding your casket will gather and weep. But I'll be breathing free for the first time. I'm not a true artist. It's not a
True Artist is a vulnerable song. I was told time after time by somebody who meant a lot to me that I wasn't right for this industry, that I'm not good enough, that I'm not passionate enough. I wrote that song bawling and screaming. It didn't even sound like a song when I was writing it.
Jesus streaming down my face, and I look like hell. It hurts inside. I hate who I've become. I'm not with your time now. So this is good.
Came out well, and it's the one that I put the most effort into the actual instrumental in it, to actually writing it and making it sound good. I spent a lot of time on the keyboard, I spent a lot of time on my guitar, and a lot of time planning it out just to make it a focal point in the EP.
Here's another 4-chord song for you to disapprove of. Someday I hope to be more like you.
It's definitely the one that I work the most on. It's still a very raw, emotional song.
You don't waste your time with those who lay you down. So why don't you turn around, cry another day, and carve another scar, and just don't let it out, 'cause I'm not a true artist. It's not that you passion. Streetlights come on, the fog rolls in. Seems like time.
Wishing Well is that song at the end of a CD when you just feel such a big rush of emotions and you feel happy and sad and everything at the same time, but you feel at peace and it's like you're flying almost.
From out behind the sun, where they hid all day, they can't play in the shadows of the midnight secrets.
There's a couple of CDs that I have from artists that I enjoy that have a song like that, and when I wrote Wishing Well, I was like, as much as I love Mesh and want it to be my ending song, this is my ending song, and when I eventually get a CD together, that will be the end song on the track. I can promise you that.
Lives are meaning far beyond our bodies or minds. So climb a mountain with me.
It's very liberating to sing and to feel and to listen to. It's about childhood innocence.
See monsters kite down deep underwater till the family that flies. Then I guess we do the same.
It's about creativity, about finding yourself, about being true to yourself, and finding the beauty in the world, even when it kicks you down.
Swamp grass and sparkling reflections of stars, meteor showers of a mystery.
It's about not rushing into things as an adult. It's about taking your time and enjoying every second of life. Because the world we live in is a giant work of art.
Someday you'll find yourself a company.